Manchester United is clearly a gift that doesn't stop giving. To most of us who are in love with this club, we certainly don't run out of something to enjoy about it now. From, of course, the joy of qualifying for a major European final, which certainly we are going to win, of course, to also snatching players from our arch competitors, likes of Chido Obi Martins, Aiden Heaven, name them. Ahmad Diallo is ours. We've got Kobe, a generational talent. All these are ours. Now, again, this beloved club of ours is gifting us another special talent I'm here to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stand up and take a bow because the boy called Benjamin Mantato is quite something, and I'm going to tell you why. Subscribe, like, and share, drop a comment, and of course, let's get proper into this. Now, guys, I told you last night was a happy day, and everyone I've been teaching after that has just been enjoying vibes. I taught an Arsenal supporter and I think a Chelsea supporter, and I was almost getting them to support Man United. But these senior chaps need to give me an ambassadorial role to recruit funds for the club because I mean, besides the name that we have, I think the club is not really that attractive to young kids of today. The Gen Zs and the likes, they are all over Man City now. My kid is a Newcastle supporter, and you're thinking, why is he supporting Newcastle? But that's what he knows. It looks better and more fancy and appealing than our Man United. But I'm teaching people, and because they are happy about my generosity, because I'm giving them information that's changing their lives changing information, and showing them how things, can change for them. People are in really some tight situations, guys. But this is thing called the internet. You people underestimate the power of this platform where you're watching me at. The internet is a massive platform to change the lives of everyone, but so massive now that an Arsenal chap was almost converting and supporting Man United. First, because he was happy about the fact that a Man United supporter, and by the way, he just went came to watch my channel just to see my reaction after we qualified for the Champions League. I think he has a Man United fan friend of his who has been talking about me, but because he's an Arsenal chap, he didn't have reason to subscribe. If you're watching me, I don't want to mention your name, but if you didn't give me the permission to. But if you're watching me, please, you can come out and say that is you. He was telling me he wants to convert. I told him you might want to think about it because I mean football. I would imagine you telling me for whichever reason to convert from Man United to Arsenal. That's a crime, fam. That's a crime. So I think I would lose friends, trust, and I don't know. So it's not It's not something you do as an impulse. It's like changing your name. You don't do it impulsively. But that's just the power of this platform called the internet. It's connecting me to people who are just giving me the joy of my life. But I just enjoy more the reactions of people on their faces after they understand how the internet works and how they can actually make a killing for themselves from wherever they are. I'm waiting for you from wherever you are to come. Have your eyes open because you won't regret. Trust me on that. The prices are still low. Still, same prices $15, 15,000 Uganda shillings. For now, that's it. But let's get into this boy, Mantanto. Now, this boy is just 17, and I'll tell you, he's such a good footballer. First of all, he's a leader. You can see him there donning the captain's armband for the Man United one of the junior teams. I think should have been the under 18s where he was captain at some point. And this boy is left-footed. First of all, again, I don't want to go back again and re-stress how Ruben Amorim is moved. He's just excited whenever he sees a good left-footed footballer. They just make football look so good. Now, this boy is left-footed, plays both as a fullback and a wing-back, but also as a forward. Can you imagine? So he can play on the left-hand side of the back three. He can play in Dogu's position as a wing-back, but also in Ahmad's position where we wanted to sign Giovanni Quenda in. But this boy creates chances. He inverts himself into the middle. You see the way at times this Lewis Skelly boy does for Arsenal, inverting himself. I like it when he inverts himself into the middle, by the way. So he inverts himself like that and comes and goes forward, even close to the goal, gets to the mouth of the goal and tries to get a shot. He has got a very beautiful pace to his game. He's strong. He runs. He's got a good pass. He crosses balls. He's got a lot about his game that I think Amorim will enjoy him. No wonder he gave him a contract. Okay, I'll say he gave him, it's not him, but I mean, he endorsed it. They gave him a contract until 2029. He's only 17. And this boy has been knocking on the door of the senior team. And trust me, sooner than later, we could be seeing him make a debut. Benjamin Mantato is a gem. And I think, by the way, in a few months or uh, next season, I think he might be the designated backup for Ahmad Diallo in the right wing back position. And that could happen so fast, all factors constant. If he doesn't get injured, if the contract doesn't get to his head, and sometimes these young players, especially people from our side, of course he's English, but I mean he's my color, he's black. We blacks usually we get carried away when we are almost getting there. When you're almost hitting it, you get carried away. There's a guy I trained, how to make money on the internet, and the first pay he got just got him mad, and he became a nuisance. I was shocked. I was like, really, people, money just makes people run mad. Like, he hasn't even tested it. He hasn't even enjoyed, the real money. Because, like I keep saying, internet money is serious money. But already the first pay is getting him mad, and he feels like he's the biggest man in town. He went on his socials, and I'm like, okay. I think then it gave me an idea maybe to, I think, start a course later where I manage you people. When I teach you and you start earning, I start a course to manage you and how you need to deal with your money. Because imagine coming from the destitute of destitute communities, you're quickly in months, you're getting lots of money, and it's crazy. Not even lots, but by your standards, it's too much money you've never touched. Some people lose it. Money makes people run mad. So we people from our side, at times, I think we have that about us. You get that, you work hard for something. When you get it, the moment you get it, you lose it. It disorganizes you. So I hope that doesn't happen with Benjamin Mantanto, because he's such a beautiful footballer. And being in the hands of Ruben Amorim will make him even better, because Amorim appreciates the kind of player he is, his natural, left foot and stuff. Amorim just lives for such players. So I think for me, we have a gem on our hands, and I mean the biggest opportunity for Mantato is having Amad Diallo, being the star boy now at Man United, and he's now coming into the team at this time when Ahmad is taking his stage, because it's Ahmad's stage now for Man United. It's his stage. So it's a blessing for him, and probably that's what guided Amorim's decision to quicken his development and promotion into the senior team, so that he gets time closer to Ahmad and he molds them together, because probably Ahmad is going to be molded mostly as an inverted wing back on the right on the right. So this boy is something. You won't think about Giovanni Quenda with Mantanto. You won't think about him. He's a gem. He's a gem. So that is exactly what the Ineos rebuild is looking like. That already there are kids that have made it into the senior team. They're showing us signs. I spoke about them in the earlier videos that I posted. But now there is more. So this club is churning out talent after talent after talent, and the talent that fits proper into the kind of football they want to play. You can have the talent, but not for your system. This talent is clearly proper for the kind of football United want to play. And at times you might wonder, I mean, did they know, perhaps, did they know that they would bring in Amorim when they were recruiting these young kids? But I mean, United has a strong academy that has so many talented players that as a coach, if you've got a good eye and a good ability to develop players, you just identify those who suit what you want to play. And Mantanto, Harry Amas, these kids, Fredrickson, these are the kids that Amorim feels will certainly fit into what he's building. And imagine how exciting it would be mid next season, or even the other season in his second year in charge, if we see a first 11 full of them young kids, and they're just running riot over Arsenal and all these naysayers. How sweet would that be? How sweet would that be? So the future is bright for Man United. Like they always say, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. All you've got to do is keep focused. Guys, keep focused on what's happening at Man United, because this rebuild is going to yield something enviable. We are going to be the club to envy. People are talking about, of course, the silence around the whole new stadium project and stuff. I think it's okay. I mean, I don't think every day we're going to be there talking about the new stadium, the new stadium. No, it's time now to put in the work. Of course, there is a lot of of approvals that have got to go in. It's a huge process. It's Manchester really. It's not our native Uganda where you just wake up and you want to build a new stadium. You have your piece of land and you build it. It's got to sink into the plans for the general area for the whole Manchester. So they need to marry the plans for Ineos and their stadium into what they are planning to rebuild Manchester. So I think if you couple whatever is going on in terms of the infrastructure and the facility at the club with what is happening at the football, it now for me is beginning to make sense that the whole project 360 is moving in situ. That as these players are maturing, the football is, titles are flowing in, the new stadium is done, and which other club will all them kids want to support? You feel me? My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. Watch out for Benjamin Mantato. That boy just signed a contract. He's not yet made his debut with the senior team, but he's the new gem. And I'll tell you, he might first become one of Ruben Amorim's favorites at Manchester United. Like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. As I wait for you, people in Rwanda, Zambia, Zimbabwe, so many of you are contacting me from from those ends. People in Kenya now, a lot of people in Kenya now falling in. There are people in. Have I told someone in? Yes, I've told 2 or 3 people in Tanzania. Then lots of people in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. I think I told a Nigerian gentleman in Canada. So many people. I forget places. Some places I've not heard of, so they're not top of mind. Listen, it is very important in this day and age for all of us to understand how the internet works, because it can boost your money 10, 100-fold, but it can also change your life. If you're stuck, guys, you can make it. You just need to trust me, please. I don't know what reason you have to trust me. I told you Amorim was a good coach. I told you Kobe was a 10. Maybe if there's nothing for you, nothing else for you to base on to trust me, maybe trust on some of the things I've said here about Man United that have come good, that have happened. The internet is a life changer for all of us, especially you, my African people. There is a lot of poverty all over Africa. This internet can change our lives. All of us can be okay if we know what to do on the internet, not being scammed, but just enjoying it and earning from wherever we are, regardless our education level. I'm waiting for you. Peace, love, and harmony. May the good Lord guide you. Cheers.